Hello and welcome to our 12th reading. And today we're going to take a look at chapter 11. Now, I've been finding that some of these chapters in Genesis are really documentation of the generations and basically lineage from. So, where there's big sections of who was born to whom and so on like that, I am going to skip through those unless there's something key there and just sort of jump over those. And those can be for, I think, good research. Okay, so let's go to the readings. And again, chapter 11 in the King James Bible Online.org. Verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. Then they had brick from stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad from the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men built. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from hence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language for all the earth. And from hence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. Now, from verse 11, it talks about Shem's sons and their progeny, and it goes all the way through this, listing all the different people and their ages and so on, all the way down to verse 32. And in verse 32, it talks about, and the days of the Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Now, to understand where Haran was, I'm not sure, I'm just sort of skimming through. Let's just go right back up to the top here. And this basically is the story of Babel and the building of the tower. Now, as with some of the chapters, there seems to be bits and pieces left out. in verse 2 it says, "And it came to pass as they journeyed." And not too sure who they are, except I suspect they are the children of Shem. Because I believe in the last chapter we saw that Shem, that Nimrod is a direct, in the direct line from Shem. And it was my understanding that Nimrod was responsible for the building of the tower. I could be wrong. But this is where we have the Lord coming down and dividing the people's language. And we see here in verse 6, verse 5, let's go to verse 5 first. "And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language." I find that phrasing very interesting. The people is one, and rather than the people are one. Very interesting. And they have one language. So this is where we get the concept of the languages being divided. And I notice here in verse 7, there's the words "go to" and "let us go down." It's as if "go to" is an individual. It's used a couple times before that, where it says "go to, let us go down," as if it's a conversation with an individual. Okay, so in verse 9, it identifies the city as Babel, and again refers to, hence did the Lord scatter them, the people, abroad upon the face of the earth. And it says here in 10 that these are the generations of Shem. So I will verify that if Nimrod is from the line of Shem. Yeah, so that's an interesting chapter 11. And again, if you really want to get all the names of the individuals and their ages, you could read on chapter 11 yourself. But I'm going to skip, for now anyway, skip through those. And tomorrow we'll go on to chapter 11. Thank you, and have a great day.